each other book. If I'm not careful, I can be ridiculously depressing. Who wants to hear about someone else's shattering disappointments when we're all up to our eyebrows in our own? Or worse, my life will seem like kindergarten to you, like the preschool of pain when you're deep in a PhD dissertation on the absolute worst thing that anyone has ever dealt with. If so, I apologize in advance for my whining and how irritating it might sound. I'm going to mix together some of my own hard things, some junk that helps me, crappy drawings, and probably a little bit of inspiring stuff. And movie quotes, duh. I have a confession. I thought I was done with the hard part and was going to impart to you how you, too, could get through pain and come out on the other side. But that's a lie. In the middle of waxing on about fairness, my life sort of fell apart again. Apparently, we don't learn to love our lives and then check a box when it's done. We learn to love our lives every day, one day at a time, forever. So, hi, from within the trench. It kind of smells down here. I wish neither of us were here, but I'm glad we have each other. Your story won't look the same as mine. There is no formula for dealing with suffering. I won't insult you with a one-size-fits-most mentality about the pain. All I'm going to do is drag my mess next to yours and invite you to drag yours next to mine. We relate to one another through our stories, don't we? I love a good story, one with hope, or people falling down but getting back up, or people falling down because they slipped on a banana peel. I love a good poop story, or a funny movie quote. And when I'm desperate and feel alone in the world, I love a friend who will just spend time, share life, and talk about the thing without trying to solve everything. So I'm going to introduce you to some of my friends who have agreed to share their stories here. We need all the help we can get from each other. About me. I should probably tell you a little bit about myself. I've been married to my college sweetheart, Alex, for 15 years. I met him as a prospective student at Denison University, where he was playing guitar in the campus coffee shop, The Bandersnatch, in an acoustic duo. He has no recollection of this momentous occasion, which makes me feel super. Just like the movies. Months later, when he noticed my existence, we didn't like each other. At all. There might have been glaring, and that's how the magic really happened. Over time, we discovered our mutual love of the color orange and our total commitment to performing entire conversations by quoting movies. I converted him to Whedonism, the illustrious fandom devoted to all things Joss Whedon, the creator of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and he introduced me to the sardonic humor of Chevy Chase. We bonded over sarcasm and Christian retreats involving singing around campfires and sharing our favorite Bible verses and much making out. Maybe not all that at the same time. We've pretty much grown up together, at least the whole adult part of our lives, and somehow, in spite of everything we've weathered together, we're still hardcore in love. I think the movie couple that best represents us is, well, I want to say Iron Man and Pepper Potts, except with Alex as Pepper and me as Iron Man, because Alex is really good at business and running things and keeping me in line, and I'm really good at flying all over and shooting bad guys with my thrusters. Anyway, over the course of a 12-year marathon filled with needles and paper cuts, we have accrued 3 children. Our first, Elliot, who just this second turned 8, was born after a 5-year battle with infertility. My body tried to kill him, and we barely made it to the 3rd trimester together. Thanks, preeclampsia! But after a cozy little NICU stay in a baby tanning bed for him, and lots of drugs for me, we both made it out of the hospital alive and mostly fine-ish. We brought Miss Evie home from Ethiopia when she was almost 2, after lots of trials and misfires for us, and especially for her. And then last year, when she was 9, Anna Banana decided to join us from Latvia. My kids could write a better book about unfairness and learning to love the lives they definitely didn't choose. I hope someday they do and cast Tina Fey to play me in the movie version. I've spent bajillions of hours trying to figure out how to talk about my kids. Where do my stories end and theirs begin? How do I tell you enough about our family life so you can find common ground without overexposing them? For better or worse, Mommy is an author and blogger. I tell myself at least we don't have a reality show. I've listened to adult adoptees and friends who grew up in the foster system. I've talked with a friend who's the daughter of an author. I've asked my whole tribe to pray for wisdom, talked to other authors, and consulted my editor. So, after much prayer and advice, here's what I will say. Within our family, we are dealing with autism, mental illness, ADHD, and trauma. Honestly, all the things I worried about before I became a mom, all the things...